Yeah. Okay. See who pop up in here. Yo, Lonnie, what's happening? What's going on? Haven't been live all week. Seems like no, I haven't been live all week. Yeah, this is my first live of the week. You know, and this should be this is gonna be an interesting live. This is gonna be an interesting live. Because matter of fact, what I'm about to be bringing up, you know exactly what I'm talking about too. I hate this time of the year. Man, I used to love it. Now I just want it to go. Now I just want it to go. I don't want no. I'm good. I'm good. But I made a post, about it, and RB, what's going on? And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a live, and hopefully this live get to the right people. So you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, as much as I respect certain people, as much as I rock with other people and all that, when they allow certain things to go on in their presence around them and all that, that's their business. That's their business. That's what they choose to. I can't be no parts of that. I don't want no parts of that. So I'm good. So I'm gonna be getting into it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be getting into it. So what's going on, everybody? Yeah, I've been here battling a cold all week. It's been freezing. Let's see. Let me hit the homie up real quick. Remember Right or Wrong by DMS? Yep. Oh, sure, I'm chilling. This is one of the lives that I don't that I hate doing, but when it's public, it's public. So we're gonna conduct ourselves in public. Cold. He thought it was. That's not funny. 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 Oh. Shit, it's already 39 degrees out here. Shit. By the time midnight hit, or by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, shit, probably be close. Should be close to the dubs. High dubs. So let me go ahead and get started. Now, there's a lot of things that go on in this internet, in this YouTube world, and there's certain people that we come across that we perceive to be good people. So we start rocking with them and everything, probably give them a wrench or two or whatever, everything's good, right? Everything's solid, everything good. And then things start slowly coming out about certain people. So you just kind of, okay, hold on. Let me do my homework real quick, and let me go and find out, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be some phone calls, text messages, whatever the case may be. Do our due diligence to find out, right? So it would be very intelligent that when you come across or you find out certain things about somebody, now you have a choice on whether or not to go and find out yourself or kind of just leave it where it's at and still rock with them anyways. Right? True enough. Right? So, but now if you choose to rock with that individual when there's things about said individual that could compromise not only you, but it could also compromise your business on what you're trying to run in this YouTube space. Now, I say that to say this. A lot of y'all know since day one, you know, first time we talked about music and all this and all that, I made it clear about certain people that I like, certain people I rock with, certain people I don't like, certain people I don't rock with. And one of those names that I brought up was Spider Lokes, right? And if you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm not about to get all into it again. But just to keep it plain and simple, you know, when you're in these streets, you find out about certain things about people, especially in this California space. And when you have ties to Southern California, you find out a lot about certain individuals, you know, and you go with that. And everything that I've heard about Cuz has been A1 solid. You know, of course, people will try to put things on you and this, that, and third, but everything that I've heard from reputable people, he's been solid, held down. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, so moving forward, I happen to, well, let me go like this. So when I came onto, well, I've been on YouTube for over a decade now. Okay. I know that shocks a lot of people when I tell them how long I've been on YouTube, but I haven't consistently been on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've had different channels and I've had videos that have done well on my other channels and stuff like that. But I just haven't been consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of us, you know, we probably, you know, I forgot my password and all that, right? So because as a matter of fact, on this channel here, this wasn't always called What's Craccin TV with J Militant. That I changed that. I changed that later on. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And one of the people that I came across in this YouTube airspace was the homie J Coffee. Shout out to J Coffee. And through his channel, I met some very good people that I consider friends today. And I met some not so good people and some nasty, disgusting people. You know, and one of those nasty, disgusting people that I came across was by an individual named Alias, who goes by the YouTube channel Reckless Podcast. Right? So, not to go into the whole thing again, but let's just say this individual has done some very, well, let's just say in person, the man ceases to exist. When you violate somebody's wife, when you send pictures to other men, when when you're out here panhandling, when you're out here doing some shit that, like, dude, you couldn't even be around your own child. You out here talking to underage girls. And then you just go on and just act like ain't nothing happened. But then you want to pop up and you want to give some bullshit ass apology. You know, and you don't even want to apologize to the person that you actually violated. You want to give an apology. Like, I don't need your apology because I made my stance. If you do that, if you the type of person that would do that to somebody that you was apparently cool with at one point in time, I don't rock with people like that. Even if I didn't know who you was and I found out that, okay, you did something like that, I'm not finna take my time to get to know who you is or want to hang around you or have a conversation with you. Because you do something like that to me, I'm coming to your front door. I'm coming to your front door. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit up here and play with you. I'm coming to your front door. You violate mine, I'm coming to your front door. Period. Plain and simple, no questions asked, right? So I'm sitting on YouTube a few days ago. It's probably this past weekend or whatever it was. And I seen Spider was live. And lo and behold, who do I see up on his panel? Alias. And I was like, hold on. This can't be, because I know there's another Reckless podcast on YouTube. So I was like, hold on, let me go find out if this is, you know what I'm saying? So I went back into the chat. I clicked on his name. I went to his page. And I'm like, oh shit, it is him. So on that live, I left a comment. So Spider could be aware of who you have given a wrench to and who you allow on your panel. Now, this is the problem. Spider, you come on here and righteously, you go at said individuals. Righteously, what you going at Nina Boy, Cowboy, Auntie, you know, and other disgusting individuals. Righteously, salute you for that. But you can't then do that and then provide a space for somebody that's just as disgusting, if not the same, on your platform. Now, I left you a comment so you could see it, so you could be aware and watch out for certain individuals that you may not, know about. And I realized, especially somebody in your space, there's going to be some people that'll slip through the cracks that you don't know. And that's understandable, because we all kind of go through that. I've went through that. I've had people come on here who I thought was cool, and I might have given them a wrench or whatever the case may be. But later on, I come to find out that they ain't good people and they got some things on them. So I let them, you know what I'm saying? And as somebody that knows somebody that, we both are cool with, and you came through and said, what's up on my shit and everything. So I just felt that it was right that I let you know who you have on your shit. But apparently He's been too busy to even look at it, which is fine. So I'm doing this live, you know, and I'm doing it because somebody like Alias don't need to be around anybody. He wants to do his thing on his channel. That's his business. But the fact that he surrounded himself around other people that are reputable individuals in said chat, on said channel, the fact that they are just floating around, they don't realize the type of person that is floating around in the chat. Now, I'm not the one to disrupt somebody's life, you know, especially when they got somebody from the Bay Area on their shit. Boom. But I guarantee you, either this live or another comment, or I might have to holler at the homie and see if he could shoot a thing over to Spider to let him know who he has over there so he can remove them. You know, because it's not a good look having people like that on your channel. And then you give him a wrench too, which gives him the power to cut people off or block people out that may not like. That's another reason. That's another reason why I haven't gone into the live and said anything, because he has a wrench. I don't. So I could very easily say something. He could take me up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And Spider might never see the comment. You know, so this is. Hit me up later. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So I'm not gonna, you know, somebody that I respect. If it was somebody that I didn't respect, or somebody that I ain't never, you know, our pathways never interacted or crossed paths, or whatever the case, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But knowing the type of individual Spider is, and the type of respect that I have for Cuz, I'm not about to sit here and just let him go out here, just, you know what I'm saying, have Alias got him out here looking like a fool because he don't know that he has a sick, disgusting individual on his channel. You know what I'm saying? So this is the whole point of the live. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't even really me trying to do anything to Alias himself, because at the end of the day, I can give two you know what's about him. You know what I'm saying? Two new way. He don't even cross my mind. That's how much I think about him. He don't even cross my mind. I didn't even know dude still existed until I seen him. You know, or if we happen to have a conversation about stuff that happened in the past, you know. But other than that, he's nobody of importance. Nobody of importance. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, I know the type of person, you know, that Spider, you know, well, I won't say that Spider is, just because I don't want to make it seem like, you know, me and him have been hanging out for years and all that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's just what I know, what I've gotten from people that he's been around, you know what I'm saying, that know him, that know me, or indirectly, whatever the case may be, either directly or indirectly, you know, I know who he is. And I ain't about to have somebody like that be out here looking goofy, you know, because he don't know. The same way my friends aren't going to look, you know what I'm saying? If there's something that I may not see or whatever, they're going to let me know. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't out here looking crazy. You know, Spider went live and yeah, he is in there. He might be on the panel right now. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's. He might be on the panel right now. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's turn. Oh, is it over already? Okay, y'all think I'm yo, Lonnie. Look. Everybody out there, look. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm good, but I don't know if y'all can see it. That oh shit. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Hey, what's going on in Taki? Y'all see this? I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of glary on my end, but if y'all can see that. Like, you got him up on you, like, yo, Spider. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I respect you. You know what I'm saying? From one East Sider to another East Sider. Because you know what I'm saying? Because how you be getting on people about this certain stuff, man, look, I don't want you in that same light. You literally got somebody that is no good on your panel. You got somebody that's no good that you got a wrench all up on your channel. That's not a good look, cuz. That's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I highly doubt it if you did your due diligence on him, and I don't know what story he kicked to you, but guarantee you, we got the evidence. We got the evidence to show and prove what type of individual this is. You know, this ain't me because I don't like him for whatever reason. No, this is a disgusting, vile individual. This is a very disgusting, vile individual. And that could, you know what I'm saying? It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? On the internet, in person, it doesn't matter, you know. And I would have loved to been up on that panel. So I'm actually from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually from the Bay. So to interact with another Bay cat, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? That would have been dope. That would have been a good look. You know what I'm saying? And the interaction would have been a lot more authentic than to have that clown sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, making your lives, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, having DC Baby Draco up on there, that's a good look. That's a good look, right? Having Alias up there is a bad look, you know? So hopefully this live gets to you. I'm gonna tag you, because I'm gonna tag you in this live. I'm gonna tag you in this live. I refuse to be on panel with him after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because I got ways to get in contact with him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna tag him in this live. You know what I'm saying? After I get done, hopefully he sees it, he watches it, and you know what I'm saying? He makes the proper adjustments. You know, because I know what type of, you know, integrity. That's the word I was thinking of. Integrity. You know, that gets mudded up by having somebody like that on your channel. You know, it's you know what I'm saying? He can't even come around none of us. He's been kicked out of so many different communities. You know what I'm saying? Team movement. Like when I found out about that, like team, like whoa. Like there's some nasty going on. I don't want no parts of that. Yo, Gerard, what's going on with it? You know, that right there, you know, if somebody came into my live and they were no good, y'all see how I do? You up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You up out of here. You know, I'm not even finna ask. I'm not finna question. I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? Because I rely on the people who know over the people who don't know. You know, and as somebody that knows, you know, and not only that, but our mutual person that we know, he could ask him and he'll tell him this is what he has done. So, yo, see what's going on. That was a bullshit thing that he came up with. Yeah, exactly. You know, trying to do something good, right? Do something real good, right? Yeah, we're doing something real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like anybody that I respect. I don't like seeing them look goofy because they don't know who they're actually dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I for one, I don't want to look like a goofy because I got somebody around that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, we got the evidence. It's not like this is some hyperbole stuff that I'm talking. We got the evidence, you know what I'm saying, to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, and this is for anybody that is a content creator, you know, whether that's on YouTube, Twitch, or whatever other platform you can go live on. You gotta be extra careful about the people that you have around in your channel, you know, because they could come up over there and they could act like the best individuals, you know, real reputable individuals and all that. But behind the scenes is one of the most disgusting, vile individuals you could ever come across. He isn't on the registry, and some people won't care that he did that to an adult. I look at it this way, but I do not. But I do not. Not everyone will. Yeah, you know. And that's you know, and he's lucky he's not on that. You know, he's lucky he's not on that. You know, how he got around that or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, so that's still everything else. Like, why are you sending dick pics to other men? Hmm. Hmm. You're a grown man. Oh, my bad. I thought I was sending it to this girl. How you get a female's how, how you okay. Now I realize sometimes certain texts, you might accidentally send it to the wrong person, whatever the case may be. It happens, right? But something like that, I would think that the individual would be very particular on where that type of photograph goes to. You know what I'm saying? I would think that certain stuff you would think that, okay, make sure it gets to this person. You know, you do your due diligence, like, okay, boom. We're not talking about something that's written out or whatever. Nah. You send it to another dude. And then you try, and then you try to, oh my bad, I thought I was sending it to the girl, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, the girl that he, you know, and it was word that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, girl was under the radar of a 1-8. You know what I'm saying? They want to do 6-7s, all that. I'm gonna do 1-8s, right? 1-8s, right? Like I'm under 1-8s, right? Like I'm mm, mm, mm. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's happening? What's going on, cuz? Oh, hold on. This is what I was finna do for you too. I'm about to slide about to hand it right back to you. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you just got it back. Yeah, some like that. I'm just, it'll just be a week thing. It'll just be a week thing. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you out here looking at the 1-8s, I mean the under the 1-8s, like, and you out here supposed to be one of us waving the flag and all that, like, yo, like, like you can't. That's you know, and a lot of us are fathers with daughters that, we see a grown man trying to holler at ours. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a major problem. You know, and he like them young, because I don't ever recall any pictures he's ever shown me that they were of age, like full-fledged grown women. And then not only that, but if you're a grown man, why are you lying about your age? Oh, babe, you could have did that in here. It's okay. I know, that's fine. Oh, um, you, I do you remember that dude Alias from a few years back? Yeah, I'm done. Hey, hey, Liz. Yep. Yeah, yeah. You remember? Okay, so you remember he's the one that sent those messages to Jimbo's wife at the time, along with the other disgusting things that came out about him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, guess who he was over on a Spider's well, he'd be on Spider's channel. He'd be all up on his lives and everything. So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to, you know, get the Spider to let him know what type of individual he got over there. You know. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm back. But yeah. So yeah, he's basically has resurfaced. You know, because he was hiding under the radar for quite a while. Quite a while. Nobody didn't see him, hear from him. Just, you know, and it just so happens that I just happened to go and watch a live, and oh, look who I see up on the panel. Whoa. You know. But people like that need to be called out anyways. You know. Because you can't have those type of people just roaming around thinking everything is okay. No. Because like I said, a lot of us are fathers and a lot of us have daughters. You know, and those people need to, know, what type of people is just roaming around free, you know what I'm saying, in this world. You know. Because he never wanted to confront me. As soon as he said some words about me, but he never not one time took accountability for what he did. You know. And then get mad at me because I said that, okay, I don't deal with people who do that. I don't hang around people who do that. You know, I've had people do things of said nature to other people that we know, and I cut them off. I don't deal with disgusting people. I don't deal with vile individuals. When you do things of what he has done, I would never, never, never be a part of anything that they got going on. It's as simple as that. You know. And it's like, first of all, why are you even mad at me that I would even, you know, have some integrity and stand on that? You know, he could have just been like, you know what, I get it, I understand. There's no problems or whatever. Nah, he didn't do that. He literally got mad at me because of what he did. Like, I didn't send no disgusting pictures to another man's wife. I never did that. I ain't never did that to a wife. I ain't never did that to a girlfriend. I ain't never did that just some female that I know or don't know, or a friend or whatever. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know, people get beat up for stuff like that. Like, you know, or worse. Or worse. You know. Oh, you texting my wife? We didn't text my wife. You know what I'm saying? You might have somebody pull up to the job and be ready to get down with you at the job because you just texting somebody's wife. You know, and then it's like he did it, and then he kept doing it. This wasn't like a one-off thing. Like he did it one or two times and that was it. No, he did it all night long. And then he did it again. I think, if I remember, I think he did it again like the next day or like a couple of days later. He just kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sitting here messing with this man's relationship, his livelihood, you know, because what? You don't like him? So why would you be mad at me for not wanting to deal with you no more? Because like I said before, if you're willing to do that to him, I'm not about to give you an opportunity to do that to me. And not only that, but the other things that I've heard you and seen evidence of that you were doing prior to even when I even came into the picture. You know? But I didn't know you at the time. So I was still trying to figure out, okay, who is who, what's the truth, what is not the truth, who is just trying to, you know, because sometimes you might get people that will say things to get you away from other people so they could be on your side and all that, you know. So I always want to do my due diligence, and anything that needs to be said or anything that needs to be heard or seen, you know, I got my good people that have my back, that have let me know. Oh, he was yeah, twice this week. He was just on there tonight because he had DC Baby Draco on there. Ooh. One of them little mosquitoes got me. Yeah. Because I even, you know, like a small piece of me was like, oh, you won't come at me like that? Oh, yeah, oh, I was ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, they're gonna talk to me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I knew he wasn't, you know, he all talk. He got a large bark and no bite. He he sound he sounds like a hurricane and only got a drizzle. You know what I'm saying? All bark. Yeah. And see, if he felt like he didn't do anything good, if he felt like he didn't do anything wrong, then why go into hiding? You know, all day. 2.99. 2.99. That's what he's selling. 2.99. You know. And see, I know he sees me out there too. That's the funny part. I know he sees me out there, and I know he be seeing the comments. I know he do. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't help himself. But you see, as a man, he will not come and holler at me. He will only confront the situation. This is why he thinks by going over there that he's safe. He will go into places where he thinks that he's safe, that nobody knows him at. So he can just hide in the weeds, you know what I'm saying, and play cool. But this dodo forgot, like, uh I yeah, yeah. hmm So, he's just another one that goes off, and just like all the individuals that be doing them type of things. They go off and they try to hide, and they try to go into spaces that they, where nobody don't know who they are. And they hide in them spaces, and they think it's all good. They all do it. They all feel like they're not gonna get caught. Yeah. They all feel like they're not gonna get caught because nobody knows them over there. But even with that thought process in this situation, it's pretty much idiotic because it's not like Spider is somebody that nobody knows about. Like, everybody knows who Spider Loc is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know who Spider Loc is, I don't know what rock you know what I'm saying, what rock you've been under the last 25 years, but yeah. Yo, Juan Guy, what's going on? I am talking about the individual by the name of Alias, aka Reckless Podcast. uh, I happened to I was on Spider Loc's a channel, and I happened to see this cat up on there. So I've been trying to holler at Spider, trying to send him a message and let him know, like, hey, you might want to check out, like, yo, you got an individual over there that's no good. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody over there that's no good. And then he pops up on his panel again. So I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I never heard of him. Oh, mm, mm. Well, let me say this to put it shortly. He would be in the same category as said community that we all know of. He would literally fit in the whole dub community. This is how vile this person is. he would fit perfectly in the dub community. Him and Eyes would be best friends. Him and Eyes would be best friends. Him and Dub would probably be having barbecues together. You know, and Katie could have another individual she could latch on to and slobber all over. Bob. Yeah, 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 yeah. Matter of fact, who that made that sound? What is it? Oh my God. What was that? What was his name? That talked like that. I want to say it was on Thundercats too. Yo, Tyler, what's going on? I got you, man. Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, did you hear the story about Jimbo's wife? About how a certain person was sending his wife some vile messages? Like the list, I just was like, ugh. You know, Alias, the one I'd be out there like, can I call him Panhandler? He Panhandler. Panhandle Alias. See, and just talking about this is like bringing up a lot of them feelings that I had at that time towards him. You know, and it's crazy because YouTube allows space for people like him to be, you know what I'm saying? Like able to speak to the people. Like it's wild. One of the villains on Rocky. Now Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh. I wasn't even gonna say anything. I was talking to my brother about that earlier. I'm like, I'm not even gonna say anything. You know, Vince Russo, he's been talking about WWE. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he been talking. He been on their line for a while. You know. Because Vince don't like I don't think Vince would ever consider doing any type of business with that company ever again. You know. Matter of fact, I think he said so. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable, you know. Because they're trying to act like, you know, all that success that they had in the late 90s had nothing to do with him. So they try to keep him out, and they try to give everybody else the credit and everything. Like we know who was behind it. You know what I'm saying? That Rocky and Bullwinkle, that's funny. That motherfucker kind of do look. He kind of do look like the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? What was that? What was that line? He says, "What's good with it? What's hood with it?" You know. He sounds like the villain. Oh man, it's all bad. It's all bad. Yo. And this is the thing too. Like, I've had conversations with him on the phone, and I'm not the type of person to be doing all that recording. Like, I'm gonna record you and all that. I don't do that. But there's times where I think back and I'd be like, well, maybe I should have did it then. Maybe I should have recorded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the things that this dude has said, I mean, the things he's done on YouTube, that's one thing. But having a conversation with him, hearing the stuff like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like one of the things where you hear it and you don't necessarily give like a normal response. You kind of be like, oh, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Because you don't necessarily want to give like a response of, oh, really? Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because then that would seem like you're going along with what he's saying, or what he has in his mind or what he wants to do, and I look, from his mouth to my ears, the things that I heard this man say, like, let's just put it like this. If either one of our phones was tapped, the motherfuckers would have been knocking at his door. They would have been knocking at his door. And they would have been IDing every single last one of the females he brought up in that conversation. Because if a grown man is willing to lie about his age, what else is he lying about? Like, this man literally sit here and said he was this age, and really he's this age. As a matter of fact, he's older than me. He older than me. You know what I'm saying? But to try to pass yourself off at a younger age, like, let's think about this. Why would a grown man that's in his 40s have to lie about his age being younger? Only people that I know that would do that is people that are out there looking for the fresh meat, the young meat. Because they not necessarily, might go for an older guy. You know what I'm saying? So let me drop my age down low enough and let me clean myself up so I look close enough to that age so I can then get the young ones and bring them on in so I can, you know what I'm saying, and then come on the internet and act like I'm some player. Like, I get all the girls. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? Welcome. So because it was look, the mess that I have heard, it's so I just, I don't know. Like I said, this is one of them lives where I guess you kind of almost want to call this a public service announcement, so to speak. A public service announcement. No one has AT&T Ted him yet. Oh no. You would think, but you know, because some of us really thought that he had like disappeared from all of YouTube, but all he did was just go into a whole different community. That's all he did. He just went into a whole different community, you know, because once he got X'd out from around us, you know, see, and that's the difference between individuals. You know, stuff comes out about him, he runs. He don't confront it, he runs. Stuff come out about me, I stand firm and I don't go nowhere, and I show and prove. You know, and I know that makes a lot of y'all out there mad. We thought we had J Millie. We thought we had him on this. We thought we had him on that. Oh, we found out. Oh, we got him. We got him. We got him. And I just keep, I laugh at it. I laugh at it because everything that they think that they have on me, they don't. Because I'm an open book. Whether that's through interviews or coming on my lives myself and telling my story, my truth of what happened to me, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then even see, and this is what I laugh at people about, because there were some individuals that heard my story and they supported me. And then when other people try to bring that same story out and try to make it and try to change the narrative on that, then they sit around like, oh yeah, he did that and he did that. Yeah, he no good. And then trying to change the narrative on top of that. It was like, y'all go ahead and have that. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Hey, what's going on, girl? You go ahead and have fun with that, because I have nothing. I have nothing to prove. You know, I spoke about it, and like I said, like, have fun with it. I don't go nowhere. I do not go nowhere. You know, because as a man, right or wrong, you stand your ground. You don't go run and hide. You don't go and find another community you can be a part of that doesn't know you. No. Because it's a small world, for one. And at some point, you know, they're going to find out about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to find out about you. I am doing okay. I am doing okay. How are you doing? Yes, thank you. Yeah, hit that like, subscribe, you know. Starting to go back the other way again, you know. I don't know what the world was going on, because they was like, I was sitting there like, I'm going this way, and then my subs start going this way, but I'm like, oh, this is one of the things that the sister was talking about how YouTube be doing things to people's channels and stuff and sending them out to other places, and like, it's just crazy. So, but yeah, I'll never tuck and fold. I'll never tuck and fold. You know, I wasn't raised that way. You know. Yeah. Yes. Hit that thing. Smash that like you're making a baby. Yep. As a matter of fact, it went further than the shadow banning. it went further than the shadow banning because you literally had to go into your YouTube studios and you had to go into like the settings area or whatever, and you had to change everything because they was like literally sending like people's content out into like other areas where you're not even like the algorithm wouldn't even touch that area based off of what your channel is and what you talk about and stuff. So it's like you would get a lot of this over here, but there's nothing else coming back. So they kind of went above the actual shadow banning, you know, because even with them shadow banning me, I never lost subs. I never lost subs. Anytime they've ever shadow banned me, I never lost subs. This was the only time. The only other time I've lost subs is when people would take their subs and, you know, which, hey, you want that, you know, but this was a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? And it happened right when I'm cooking too. Like I'm cooking and then bow, you know what I'm saying? That kind of like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of discouraged me a little bit. Cause I'm like, damn, boy, I'm out here putting this out, and you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, what? Like no traction? Like what? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, is there something that I'm doing or something I'm not doing? Like, so I literally had to go and like really find out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I remembered that video that woman had put out letting us know that this is what's going on. So that's exactly what I did. I went into the YouTube studios and I had to change some stuff around. Yeah, I think they doing the same thing to me. I'll have to check out my Google Analytics again. Yeah, they've been unsubscribing me from. Yeah, yeah. When you go go into your YouTube studios and you'll definitely see. You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely see it, and then you go. Where is it? Where's that settings out? Damn, I can't even think about where the settings is at. But you go through. I think it's under the analytics part, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a settings there you can go to, and you can set, you know, your channel to, you know, be in the areas where, you know, you're most going to be in the algorithm at, you know, because once they start pumping all that out, then it's just kind of like, and it's crazy because it takes away your subs. like even with that, why should that take away your subs? I don't get that. You know, it's crazy because they really, I don't know, man. YouTube be they constantly change things. Like I noticed today, coming on here, every video that I go to, they automatically put the closed caption on there. I'm like, I don't want this on here. Like I literally have to go and take it off on each video. I'm like, this is annoying. This is annoying. You know. Yeah. I'm like, I got it to where it should not pop up. But then I'm like, why is this? I don't need this. At least not now. I don't need this for like another 30 years or whatever, maybe never, you know what I'm saying? But I know I don't need it now, you know. Sure, my hearing's still pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I can still hear some things, you know. And if it's not that, then they're doing something else. It's like they're constantly changing up either like the format of YouTube, or they're changing up the different elements of what you can do, what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some of it I like. I ain't gonna lie, some of it I do like. Some of the other things is like, is it necessary? Is it really necessary? You know, that's the question. If I ask Brother Jay, what year you start your YouTube channel? Oh, well, this is my, see, see, this is my fourth channel. This is my fourth channel. I started, I started back in, hold on. I'll tell you 1 second. I'll tell you 1 second. Excuse me. Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh, that's right, because I got those private. Oh. I said it would have to be in 2013 2013 is when I started. Trying to remember that title of that video. Let's see. I can't remember the name of that title. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I will post the video. I will reshare it on my community tonight. Yeah, I have. I have. Yeah, if I started my real channel in 2012 right after Trayvon Martin was killed, if I know YouTube was going to be this big, I would have promoted it more on everything. Fun fact, when you started, Brother Jay, I was a sophomore in high school. Whoa. Dang, sophomore in high school? Woo. Dang, you just made me feel old. Back then, all you could do was a live video for 15 minutes and upload 15-minute clips. Yep. By chance, do you remember the month you did the first video? The first month, that would have to be, let's see. I don't want to say, probably like around maybe April, May, somewhere around there. And it was just on the humbug. It was just like, I knew I wanted to do it. And what I had originally is kind of like, okay, I got this video and everything, but then I ended up forgetting my password. So then I started a whole nother channel. And that channel was just going to be primarily about sports. You know what I'm saying? I was just going to do a whole sports channel and do all that. But then, the woke thing happened. And so, but even before that, I did another channel that has my real name on it. So that's why when people say hey, yeah, that's my name. You know what I'm saying? That one was a little bit more family oriented. But then I had another channel called Militant Minds, and that was primarily a political channel. you know, pretty much a Black identity channel, if you want to, you know, title it that, you know. And then I lost the password to that one, and then so here we have this channel, which it was just called, it was just J Militant, and the videos and the lives I was doing was literally called What's Craccin TV with J Militant. Those were actual lives that I I was doing. And then I'm just sitting at home one day and it just came to my mind like, you know what? Maybe if I took the title of the shows I'm doing and made it the actual channel. So once I did that, that's when, boom, okay, now I got something here, you know. And then and then coming across Coffee, and I always bring this up. Coffee gave me one shout out. You know, he shouts me out a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. But it was this one particular shout out that he gave me. And once he gave me that shout out, my numbers start to go up. I'm like, oh shit, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just kind of been like the course of this channel where, you know, I talk about things that people don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about it. And that's the basis of this channel. Then I start going into more of the wrestling, you know, and I started to focus on that. So now I'm at the point to where, okay, this is just a variety channel. I talk about everything, but the foundation of this channel will stay the same. I'm still going to talk about things that other people don't want to talk about. I'm going to bring up things that other people may not have thought about prior. Let me give you something to think about. Let me give you another idea or another thought about certain topics that you might not have thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand in this society, there's a tendency to one side think certain things. Very rarely will you have people thinking about, okay, this could have happened, or this could have happened, or that could have happened, or that could have happened. No, it's just boom, based on the status quo, that's what happened. And they can't get off of that. So I try to come in and provide a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, thought process like, wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm not taking away from what you're saying about that happened, but what about this? What about that? And I like to surround myself around people that have that same type of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just not a status quo. There's more to it than just the status quo. You know what I'm saying? Because too many times we focus on that and there's a whole nother part to it that we ain't even thought about. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, depending on the situation, it may come out. Sometimes it might not come out. It's just really all dependent on A, who's presenting it, and A, who's actually listening to provide another angle. Just like with Gerard, you know, I bring up posts and stuff like this, and he brings up a whole nother angle to it. Like, I get what you're saying on this. Well, what do you think about that? I love those conversations. I love those intellectual conversations because there's things that I might not even have thought about in my presentation, you know, but now he comes and brings that up. I'm like, oh, boom. Okay. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that, which then opens my mind up to be like, okay, boom. Well, let me add this onto that to what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Let's see. Yo, my guy. Prince, what's going on? What is going on? How is things? Anyone remember Justin TV? I do. Whoa. I ain't heard that. I ain't heard that name in a minute. I ain't heard that name in a minute. Gerard, do you have any family in Colorado? I know some sisters out here. Not that I know of or connected to. Yeah, he is. Oh, see. 28 years old. Nas, Luther, Joe Button. Yeah. Yo, crew, B1, what's going on? And Gerard Nas got a new album dropping with DJ Premier. Oh, he does. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I gotta listen to that. RB said Luther Washington. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff I've heard him spit, you know, he still got something left. You know. Oh, well, you know, his old stuff is classic. His old stuff is classic. You know what I'm saying? And now that I know that you're 28, you know, you know, his old stuff, I'll stay playing, you know, the classics, you know. But he still got some bars. He still got some bars, you know. Man, I remember when I was 28. I remember when I was 28. Man, you know what? This just feel like, hold on, this feel like somebody's missing. Of course, he might be asleep though. Oh, let me see if he's. Man, that's what I'm saying. 28. That oof. I mean, just being in your 20s, just like, you know. But that 20-year span between your 20s and your 40s, that snap of fingers, you know what I'm saying? Lucas, word of mouth. See, we missing Breeze and Keezy. I'm 44, it's over. So, I graduated high school. Yo, hey, Gerard, you, me, and the talking. Oh man, we up there. Crew, we some 40-year-olders. Yeah. Damn, I'm about to be 40. Damn, I'm about to be 47. That's crazy. That's crazy. He said it's over. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, ain't it? That early 50s. Oh, I hope I can make it. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Just a couple more years, I'll be there. You know, but it's crazy how literally after you turn 21, them years just, it's like you have no stop. You know what I'm saying? It's just 97 was a good year too. 97 was a good year of music. Very good year of music. And it was a good year of music from the standpoint, it wasn't just nationally, but a lot of independent music was literally blowing up at that time. But dudes like Black Alpha and Afro Elite, the new guys. Oh, hold on. See, damn, crew. I was in the 7th grade in '99. Let's see, Draw said, so don't you feel our generation is divided in half? Half of us likes this technology and the other half. You know what? That's crazy. You say that because I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about that. You know, because I'm one of the ones. I'm one of the ones. I prefer the old school. You know what I'm saying. Give me the cell phone. Give me the chipped up cell phone. Give me the pager. Hold on. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I thought I had $1. Cause when I had $1. Hold on for a second. Oh. Wow. $0.50 for the pay phone, in case you ain't got a cell phone. Yeah, it was a good year. Sure, I turned 18. I turned 18 in 97. Damn. I turned 18 in 97. That's crazy. The fact that I'm turning 47 in a couple months is wow. Sadly, I was born 6 months after Biggie died. Oh, yeah. Whew. Yeah, I'll never forget that night. Right, I'm in the middle. Hold on. 97 was a great year, and my best friend was class of 97. Ah, there you go. Are you in the middle? Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I'm like, overall, I'm more old school, but there is certain things that I am kind of like in the middle about. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things, because it's like things that I thought about, I wish we had back then that we have now. That's what kind of puts me in the middle of it, because you know, I'd be like, damn, I wish we had that, you know what I'm saying, back then. And you know, I was looking for pages last month. Oh, for real? Yeah, hey, I mean, they still sell them. They still sell them. Hey, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind pagers coming back. Shoot, I miss my pagers, not just pagers. Yeah, if I get back at Railroad, I'm not confident it's going to be AI that takes over the job. Oh yeah, that's the part with that one. I prefer the old school too. Save your pennies. They don't make them anymore. That is true. They will become collectibles. I miss my pager. If I may ask, Brother Jay, what year did you graduate? Yep, 18. Yep, 1-800. Oh my God. 1-800 collect. Oh my God. How many commercials did they have? 1-800. Because it was 1-800 collect, and then there was another one. It was like it was something. What was the other one? It was another collect number that was used. I don't know if it was before. I think I want to say it was before 1-800 collect. You got me by 2 classes. 47 in April. Oh, so you right after me. Okay. You right after me. Yeah, I'll be 40 I'll be 47 in February. Dang, it's crazy saying 47. Like, that's wild. I was always to keep some change for the phone and 24. There you go. Exactly. I was 10 in 97. I remember when Biggie died and Tupac in 96. The whole, oh yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, because I was wondering why was Biggie still out here? He should not have been out here. You know, and I stand by that. Like you didn't need to come out here to promote your album. You didn't even need to go to the awards. Like all this stuff is happening in LA. You know what I'm saying? You would have still made your money. You would have still sold out. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as people love Pac, people also respected Biggie's music. You go up and down California, people was playing Life After Death. Shoot, in my hometown, people, we love Pac, but everybody was bumping Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't need to, you know what I'm saying, come out here to do anything as far as the album. He should have waited a good year. I say a good year, like come around in 98. You know what I'm saying? Because 6 months after the fact, like there's still tension there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like rivalries have started in said time period that some of them still going on to this very day. You know, we got Biotech at home now. VCR's at home. I remember North Pryor, downtown Chicago, had to pay so much play to Biotech. Oh yeah, that's right. Yo, crew. You and Gerard, yeah, y'all the Chicago. What do they call y'all? Chicagoans? Chicagoans? Yeah, we were sending money. Yo, I remember Biotech. We were sending money to Somalia and their descendants' bellies back then. I'll be 45 in April. Oh, okay. Sally Struthers. Oh shit. MC1, I think. And Biggie, another teller. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Lady Che will be 46 in April. Dang. All y'all birthdays in April? I heard that. Biggie don't rap about B1 issues. Pac did. Biggie is an original teller. That's true. That is true. He stayed away from the black topics. Oh no. Yo, Puff. Yo, son. I can't talk about that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just want to make people feel good. I just want people to dance. You know what I'm saying, son? I remember when people was happy to make it to 2000. Yo, I'll say, can you believe we made it to 2026? Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's wild. It's wild. See, yeah, Y2K. Y2K. Oh my God, the world's gonna end. The world's gonna end. Oh shit. Chicago. Okay. Thank you. Because I always like to try to find out what like each state calls the people of that state. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually with the IAN at the end. So oh, you in February, Nataki? Oh, wait, hold on. Are you an Aquarius of February or are you a Pisces February? Yeah, they both very gang. Big never rapped about the subject matter. If I made it to 2000, I would only be 19. Yeah, you know, I kind of remember like there was people that wanted to hear Big talk about them type of issues, because I mean, them issues were going on, and y'all remember, the 90s, you know what I'm saying, was a very, very tense racial situations going on in California and New York. And I'm pretty sure in Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? But like with everything that was going on in the 90s with California and New York, because New York was dealing with Rudy's BS, and California, we was dealing with Pete Wilson's BS. you know. And Joe Biden came in, and we had to deal with all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Biggie's music was just party and bullshit. That's what you did. Hey, I like how you did that. Party and bullshit. Party. 99 was crazy. 99 was crazy. Was crazy. Because people were literally trying to, like, and I'm just sitting back like, okay, whatever. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. Oh, you on the 5th? Oh, hey. Yo, my Aquarius sister. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on the 7th. I'm on the 7th. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Aquarius. Chicagoans, but we call each other Joe. Oh, okay. You know what? I've heard that. I heard that like some years ago. It's just one of the things that just didn't slip my mind. Or it's one of the things that did slip my mind. So yeah, Aquarius. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Aquarius gang. Yeah. We are called Denverites and Coloradians. Okay. Denver. Yeah. Did y'all ever tell me that? I can't remember if y'all told me that or not. Yeah, Trey. Biggie never rapped with a purpose. But Biggie was a teller under Diddy. They didn't speak on anything. Everything under Diddy was better than Black Nonsense. That part. Yes, I remember the 90s was real interesting and racial time to grow up in. They did a cruise song for Black Panther soundtrack. Big was first rap, nothing about the song. Oh, excuse me. He slid, but and it's crazy because where he grew up at, you would think, because and this is funny, because if you go back to the 90s, even the people that were doing the party music stuff, they still rapped about the issues that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some of us still wanted our, yep, holding Charlie. The Columbine shooting happened in '99. Yeah, that was wild. And who would have thought that a Columbine shooting would have been the catalyst for all these other school shootings like years later? Because I mean, me personally, I thought that was just more or less like a isolated incident. Like, okay, we're not going to see this again. Like, no, we're not going to see it. Like, and then we started seeing it again. It's crazy. Check it out. See, yeah, they call each other Joe. All Aquariuses. Yep. We throw our A's up. Around here. Yep, I think I told you when I was running for. Oh yeah, okay. See, Biggie off code. Yeah. Very off code. A side note, not all of us are allowed to say for and them. That's funny how they got associated with Chicago, but not all of us supposed to be saying that. Oh, oh, that's interesting. Why is that? Shoot, I'm interested. I like to learn. All in Colorado, damn, Jay. Damn, it's just snowed another foot. Dang, like that. Whew. Yeah, I was just talking about some snow earlier too, which is crazy. Yeah, it was a lot of artists in the 90s that rapped about the racial tensions and reality of, of the times. Many were ahead of their time. Team Capricorn in the building since we dropping Zodiac. We banging Zodiac signs tonight. We out here banging Zodiac signs and shit. Oh, Sam. Wait, hold on real quick, y'all. All right, y'all. See, yeah, crew, it's crazy out here. On folk them is what they saying. I thought the whole city was FOE. Oh, see y'all. See, I know a little bit about Chicago. I'm not like really like, I know like the basics, but like all the insides of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I be want to know that stuff, you know. Especially if I go somewhere, I like to know ahead of time so I know what to say and what not to say. Like, oh, you know, I'm just innocent right here. I'm cool. Capricorns, it's those Virgos. Oh, sure, I'm with a Capricorn. Yeah. See, we just had our first big snowstorm 2 weeks ago. It's been unseasonably warm since then. Hella windy. Yeah, that Denver weather, had me towed up. That Denver weather had me towed up. I'm like, okay, Chewy, it's warm right now, and then by midday, everything starts changing, and then by the time the evening comes, it's cold as hell, it's raining and shit. It's like, yo, like, like I was like toe up. Like my sinuses was through. And then I get home and I end up getting sick. See, Ford and them is them solids, four corner hustlers because they're let's go through old block when they visit. Even though old block ain't like that. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's crazy because I remember when I first found out about the four corner hustlers, but then I like maybe like a couple years ago, I found out that LA got a four corner hustlers too. Like that's wild. That's wild. Cool. We got some GD folks. Yeah, I got some GD homeboys. You know what I'm saying? But they from St. Louis. Although the one I did meet from Chicago was actually sent, you know, They was trying to get your boy. They was trying to get me. They was trying to get me to, I ain't gonna do the whole thing, but y'all, those who know, know. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like our handshake was something similar. So sometimes it was like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Like no, we can't be mixing them up. We can't be mixing them up. You know what I'm saying? That's where the influencers get that from. See, crew, the way the GDs throw up their signs is similar to how we do out here. I heard y'all got some GDs there in the mountains. LOL, mountain folks. Capricorn, keep the signs grounded, especially you Aries, especially. GD was the original gang sign and B, biggest gang in the U.S. Yeah, Gerard, we got all kinds of gangs out here, believe it or not. And I even ran into a few vice lords. Yeah, because it's crazy because there's a GD, there's a small GD chapter in Southern California. There's a small GD chapter in Southern California. Like that's like I was like, because it was always thought like there ain't no GDs out here. But like, first of all, that's a lie because there's GDs in California. There's been GDs in California. Like I said, some of them is my homeboys from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize that there was an actual chapter, because like I've stated before, they wanted to start a chapter in Fairfield. You know what I'm saying? And I was like that link that was going to either open it up or it wasn't going to happen, So, politics get into play and, so you know how that goes. You good and shy, just be a regular FBA and you good and shy. Damn, Four Corner Hustlers all the way in Los Angeles now. Yeah, and I don't even think the two are connected. I think they're their own entity. I don't think it's like how the P Stones are. I don't think it's like that. You know what I'm saying? I think they're just their own, entity that just happened to be called Four Corner Hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Hoover's in North Carolina was crazy to me. Man, yo, talk about a big gang. Yeah, the Hoovers is everywhere. They everywhere. Hello, J Militant. Yeah, I always say our gangs got the best handshakes. Shit looks like the for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's like how we oh yeah, well, we you know what I'm saying. I won't show y'all, but you know what I'm saying. Now, you know what I'm saying, if you just keep it simple, you know what I'm saying, some of us just kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's the link. It's the link. Start with the link and then you go into everything else. Some people just go with the link. You know what I'm saying? But just like the whoop, all my peeps are Four Corner Hustlers. Yeah, I believe you. A lot of us migrated to LA and ATL. K-Dot parents from Chicago, Inglewood. We have a Inglewood in Colorado too. My mom's stays out there. Yep, we got Hoovers out here too. Not the 70s couple. What's a Crip handshake? Oh, it's something similar. You start off link, and then you go into boom, 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 and then bow. Yeah. It's I'll probably say it's probably one of the more simple handshakes compared to some other handshakes I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Even just like handshakes that are with people that are not affiliated, you know, they be, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. You know, they be doing all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa. Like, how the fuck y'all remember all that? Like some of the handshakes, I'll be like, man, ain't no way in where I'm doing all that. Like I know enough handshakes that I don't want to learn no more. I don't want to learn no more. That's why I don't really have like with other friends that are not affiliated. We don't have like personal handshakes because I ain't got time to be trying to learn 1,001 different handshakes. You know, I've been in LA 90% of my life and I still don't know. Yeah, shoot. Well, maybe one day, you know, I'm live if I'm, you know what I'm saying, and I'm around somebody else that, you know, bangs to see, you know, we could do a little demonstration. Common was a vice lord when he dropped his flag, said he put out a resurrected, but the video for that record has people shaking up in it. Yeah, I heard coming, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and end this, call it a night. I want to thank y'all for coming through. This was fun, you know what I'm saying? Chopped it up about some things and, you know, and all that. See what we got going on. See, this is Thursday night. So tomorrow, no dirt sheets with King Leo and Gerard Simpson, you know what I'm saying, in the building, you know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow morning, Grand Rising with the Chays and Shabaka. And then Saturday night's main event, no dirt sheets, Wrestle Tati, AEW Collision. Saturday night, Frontline Black News. And then y'all find me in there somewhere. And then Gerard, I'm gonna hit Leo up tomorrow so we can do that thing. Now that I'm, you know, back moving and grooving again. Interesting, Gerard. I didn't know he was all my. Oh yeah, he definitely was. So y'all have a good night. You have a good night, Nataki, and yeah, I'm gonna hit him up tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna send him a text tonight because I texted him to let him know I was live tonight, but he's probably knocked out. So I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him a text. If I don't shoot him another text tonight, I'm gonna shoot him a text tomorrow, or I'll probably just call him and let him know. So I know all the South Burbs bosses. Lady Che going to do a RVA tomorrow afternoon. Okay, make sure y'all tap in for the RVA with Lady Che. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in for that. And all these platforms, make sure y'all sub up, hit the like, leave a comment. Y'all know what the drill is. I don't need to tell y'all that. That's why I don't never say that. You know, and see, I know the guy that started the Vice Lords, his son is my good friend. Oh, that's history right there. That is history right there. So that said, y'all, once again, y'all have a good night. Stay safe out there. We got the weekend coming up, the holidays and everything. So keep your head on swivel. Be on the lookout. No drinking and driving. No drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? We got too many other options out here to avoid all that. You know, but have fun. Have a good time. and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.